Protein!
Moving like the speed of sound. We can keep on the ground.
What's going on, guys? It's Evan from Evan Gets Aesthetic, and today I figured I'd do another supplement review for you. You seem to like the last one I did on pre-workouts and which ones I like best and work for me the best and which ones work for me the least. I'll go ahead and link it right there down below. Please feel free to check it out. If you're thinking about picking up some pre-workouts yourself, you may learn a thing or two. And well, that's why we're all here, right? But right now, I am going to review my favorite, everybody's favorite. I love it, you love it, we all love it, whey protein. This one, I have been taking whey protein for some years now. I have been around the block. I have tried many of them out, and I have certainly found which ones I like the best and which ones I like the least. Without further ado, let's just get right into it and start comparing the brands. The first one I've got for you is Dymatize. This is Dymatize Whey Isolate. I have it here in a rich chocolate, but they come in all different flavors. Honestly, guys, this is one of my absolute favorites. I don't totally buy into the whey protein isolate bro science of everything. I kind of feel like isolate is a little bit of the organic buzzword around the supplement companies, you know, and how they label things. But if I were to go for a whey protein isolate, Dymatize is where I go, and there's many reasons for that. So let's get right into it. The macros on the Dymatize whey isolate are it has 2 grams of fat per scoop, 4 grams of carbs per scoop, and 25 grams of protein per scoop. And that's pretty standard between all of your whey proteins that come in these varieties, but for me, I just love it. Honestly, one of the best, it only has 112 calories for every serving. So that's really good if you're trying to cut. Some proteins can get up to the 160, 170, 200 calories per scoop serving size, but Dymatize, they really kept it low. For us guys trying to be as aesthetic as possible, and I know you are too. So, and another reason that I love Dymatize, guys, is they don't nickel and dime you. This whole tub this is a 5-pound tub, which was at Vitamin Shop, and it only cost $46. Which, if you're like me, who's, you know, doesn't have a whole lot of money to go out there and spend $100, $100-something on one tub of protein, and that only lasts you about a month and a half, Dymatize is really where it's at, guys. That means that it was only about $1.84 per scoop in here, and that's awesome. Right now, I'm trying to take in about 190 grams of protein per day because I'm trying to build lean mass, and I'm also trying to cut a little fat off. And I take 2 scoops a day, and to have $1.84 per serving is awesome. It tastes awesome. This one right here it's kind of like a frozen hot chocolate if you ever had one of those. I don't know. The next one that I'm going to get into is this right here, Cellucor whey protein. Now guys, I know that Cellucor is probably one of the biggest in the game in the YouTube community. They have great products, but unfortunately, and I'm going to be real with you guys, the Cellucor whey protein, I just don't get it. I don't really get it. This right here is the cinnamon swirl. I picked this up at Vitamin Shop because I heard really good things about it. The macros on it they're pretty good. It's 1.5 grams of fat per serving. It's got 4 grams of carbs per serving and another 25 grams of protein per serving. So very similar to the Dymatize here, but I don't know what it is, guys. I tried it in water, I tried it in milk. It just did not mix up no matter how hard, no matter how much of the liquid I put in it, or how hard I stirred or whatever it was, it just would not dissolve like, you know, the other products that I've had. Maybe it's just the flavor. Maybe cinnamon swirl is not the best flavor out there, but hey, I'm going to keep it real with you guys, because if I'm not keeping it real, then why would you even listen to me? But I will say one thing about Cellucor is that I made some protein pancakes with this, and it was a game changer. I'll never make regular pancakes again. If you do just a regular pancake mix and you do a couple scoops of the Cellucor cinnamon swirl in there, guys, it's life-changing and you won't regret it. So if you plan on making some protein waffles, protein pancakes, things like that with a little added protein, if you're finding it hard to supplement your protein for the day, please feel free to pick up some Cellucor cinnamon swirl. That I know you won't regret. This one also, one of the bad things about it is it does come in a little pricier. This is only a 4-gallon tub, and it comes in at about $60, you know, $60, $62 depending on where you guys live. And that's a whopping $2.40 per serving. So as somebody that, you know, is trying to pinch pennies right now and, you know, doesn't have a whole lot of money again to spend on supplements, I just wouldn't suggest this is the way you go. Now, on to the monster, the MusclePharm Combat. This one, guys, this is probably one of the best tasting ones out there. Now, the thing about MusclePharm Combat that a lot of people don't realize is that it's not a whey protein isolate. It's a combination of a lot of whey proteins such as isolate, casein, things like that. But you really get your bang for your buck with that one. The macros on it are pretty similar to the other ones. They're 2 grams of fat per scoop, 3 grams of carb per scoop, and only 24 grams of protein per scoop. But hey guys, it's only 1 gram. It's not that big of a deal. The calories on that are a little bit bigger. It is 130 calories per scoop, so it's not that crazy. You know, once you get down to it, you know, 10 calories here, 10 calories there, it's not that big of a deal, really. It's probably one of the best tasting, MusclePharm Combat, if you've ever had it. My wife actually likes MusclePharm Combat. She can take that with just water, and she's one of the pickiest protein drinkers I've ever seen in my life. So if you're worried about taste of protein, I very much suggest you pick up some MusclePharm Combat. It mixes great in water or milk, whichever one you want. Sometimes for dessert, I'll just take some MusclePharm protein. You know, this cookies and cream right here, guys, it literally tastes like you're drinking Oreos, and it's awesome. I strongly suggest you pick it up. And honestly, guys, the best thing about this MusclePharm Combat is I got this entire 5-pound tub at Costco for $35, which is crazy. It's a crazy good deal. So much that I had to pick 2 up. I just couldn't pass it. They usually have great deals on MusclePharm Combat cookies and cream. If you have a membership to Costco, I strongly suggest going and picking some up, or at least grazing by the aisle. They're not always that cheap. Sometimes it's 45, sometimes it's 50, but sometimes they'll have a really good deal on it, and you can cop it for almost, it's just crazy deals. So pretty much, guys, like the MusclePharm Combat, it mixes super well. It's great tasting, and when you get down to, you know, when you get down to $35, it comes down to about $1.20 per scoop, which is awesome. So if you have the means, I strongly suggest you go by your local Costco and try to pick some up. Like I said, it's not always at that price, but if you can get it at that price, it is well worth it for definitely one of the best tasting, one of the best acting whey proteins there is out there. Now, if you're new to the whey protein game, I strongly suggest you pick up one of these 3. They're awesome all in their own rights. If you happen to like a certain protein yourself and you are a just die-hard user of that protein, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. If I missed anything about these proteins that you happen to know yourself, please leave it in the comments below. It has been absolutely awesome to talk to you guys. I'm having a blast doing it. If you liked the video, go ahead and give the video a like. Please feel free to click that little red button below there in the screen. Please give it a subscribe. My subscribers have been growing, you know, slowly but steady. And guys, it's been awesome to know that you guys are out there interacting with me. And it's just been a blast to do. And I have every single one of you to thank for it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's just been an awesome time making these things, guys. You know, I'm not really trying to make a whole lot of money out of this. I do this because I learned many things coming up in my journey from going from way overweight to too skinny to now trying to be aesthetic and have a bodybuilder's physique. So I'm just really trying to take my knowledge of what I learned along the way and pass it along to you if you happen to be struggling through the same things. So that's my review on proteins, guys. Please again give it a like, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.